It's the dictionary. Dictionary. It's the dictionary. Dictionary. It's the dictionary. Dictionary. It's the dictionary. It's the dictionary.
Hello, word nerds. Welcome to the dictionary hosted by me, Spencer. This is episode F113. I should say that. That's very important. This morning I was thinking about, what if Miss Piggy and Kermit had a baby? There are different ways that you could go about this. This is what I was thinking this morning as I was trying to meditate. You could take features from each of them and combine them into one. So, like, let's say Kermit's body, and then Miss Piggy's skin color, and then maybe her pig snout instead of his frog mouth. You know, that's one route. Another route could be you sort of morph them together, and you take a mixture of everything, you know, halfway between a pig snout and a frog's mouth, halfway between their physical shape and their colors and everything. And, you know, and what if they were real? What if, you know, what would their genetics say if you crossed pig genes with frog genes? What would you get? I mean, at the very least, I think the skin color would be a mixture of green and pink. But like, what happens with the nose and the mouth and the eyes and all of that stuff? It turns out, I had a feeling, but I wasn't sure. It turns out that we do in fact have some Piggy and Kermit babies. What is it? It's from, there was a fantasy in Something So Right. What is this? It's a song from the 2014 movie Muppets Most Wanted. Well, I saw it and I forgot about this. There in that sequence, I guess, there are two babies, and there is a Kermit that is pink, a little baby Kermit that's pink, and a little baby Miss Piggy that's green. But it looks like those were the only changes they made. They just switched the colors. But I don't know. I want to see full change, realistic genetic Miss Piggy and Kermit baby. Okay, let's talk about the words now. The first word is flagellar. You could also say flagellar, Flagellar. It is an adjective from circa 1889, and we should remind ourselves about the last word in the previous episode, flagellant, a person who scourges himself or herself as public penance, or a person who responds sexually to being beaten by or to beating another person. So, seems like it's in the punishment realm. So flagellar, it is of or relating to a flagellum. And yes, we're going to talk about that soon. But we have more related words, more than I was expecting before we get to flagellum. Magellan the flagellum? Well, I don't know. Let's just do a whip sound because that seems appropriate. Whoopsh. Now we have flagellate. Flagellate. I was going to say flagellate, but this is the first form, flagellate. It's a verb from circa 1623. It looks like it is only transitive. Number one, the synonyms. Here we go. Whip and scourge or scourge. Scourge. I need to look up how the proper, I think scourge. What is that word? Shittimwood? Wow. Boy, if I ever get to the end of the dictionary, I'm going to have come across some fascinating words. It seems like scourge, but for some reason that also seems wrong. I don't know. We're finding the SC. Here we go. SC, what is it? SCOU? SCOUR. Lots of Scottish words. Here we go. So you can say scourge, or you can say scourge, or scourge, or scourge. 4 different ways, it looks like. And I don't even think I got them all correct. Whip or scourge, 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 scourge. That is the first definition for flagellate. Whipping, that seems like a pretty good, just basic definition. Number 2, to drive or punish as if by whipping. Maybe you are not literally whipping, but you're saying, get out of here. Yo, get out of here. Whoopsh, whoopsh, whoopsh. We don't like you in this town anymore. Get out. What are we getting rid of the snakes, the rats, the kids? Okay, this word, here's the etymology. It is from the Latin flagellatus, which is from the verb flagellare, or maybe they would say flagellare, I don't know, from flagellum or flagellum, which is a diminutive of flagrum, which means whip. So many different forms, we just got down to whip. Perhaps akin to the Old Norse blaka, which means to wave. To wave? Hello? Goodbye? Adieu? To you? I don't know. But yeah, it's all about whipping. Whipping, beating, smacking, stuff like that. Whoopsh. So my sound effect is very appropriate. You're welcome. Now we have the second form. This one you would pronounce flagellate or flagellate, either one, or flagellate. This one is an adjective from circa 1859. Number 1A, you could also say for this one specifically flagellated. This means having flagella. We'll talk about flagella later, I guess. I think so. Flagella would be the plural of flagellum. 1B is shaped like a flagellum. Flagellum. Number 2. This is of, relating to, or caused by flagellates, which I guess is going to be the next form. The example there is flagellate diarrhea. So that diarrhea is relating to, caused by flagellates? Okay, we're going to learn about those pretty soon. Is your diarrhea like a whip? I don't think so. I don't think so. When you're sliding into first and you feel something burst, diarrhea. Okay, not really any more etymology, so we're going to go whoosh. That was a messy one. Okay, the third form, I think it's pronounced the same way. Flagellate, flagellate, flagellate. This is a noun from 1879, which is interesting because the other one was from before, 20 years before, but this one seems like it was still around. Anyway, it is a flagellate protozoan or alga. It's a tiny little thing. Flagellate. Why is it flagellate? Because it's related to, shaped like a flagellum? We're going to learn about that soon. This is New Latin, from the flagellata, which is the class of unicellular organisms, and that's from just flagellatus, that's the word. So they are unicellular, single-cell organisms, and I don't know, maybe we need to put a picture of these things up on the social media. Maybe I'll look that up in a little bit as we get along this road, little doggy. Whoop-ah! Well, that's not a whip at all. What happened there? Whoopsh! Okay, now we have flagellation. This is a noun from the 15th century. It is the act or practice of flagellating, but especially the practice of a flagellant. And that would be the one at the end of the previous episode, the one whipping themselves, or maybe getting the sexual pleasure from the whipping themselves, or beating somebody else, or maybe somebody else is beating them. Lots of different combinations of how that can go. Was there a... Oh, no, that was a different word. We'll talk about that later. Okay, I think that's it for that, and now that's flagellation. Honey, can we do some flagellation tonight? Whoopsh. Now we have flagellin. I guess we haven't seen... So we had flagellant with a T. This is flagellin, Flagellin. noun from 1955. This is a polymeric protein that is the chief constituent of bacterial flagella and that determines the specificity of the flagellum in eliciting an immune response. Something about these little unicellular protozoan organisms, polymeric proteins or something. No, the flagellin is the protein. I guess, do you have this protein? It's the chief constituent of bacterial flagella. So the bacterial flagella are using this protein flagellin or something. It determines the specificity of the flagellum in eliciting and it's like, okay, when your body, your immune system is kicking into gear, when you got something going on to fix a problem, this polymeric protein and the flagella go into action, and they're like, this is the kind of flagellum that we need. It determines the specificity of the flagellum. Are there different kinds of flagellum? Something like that. Okay. Whoopsh. Now we have flagellum. We got there. I have never said these words so many times in my life in one sitting. Noun from 1852. Any of various elongated filiform appendages of plants or animals. So they are elongated like a whip, maybe. Which came first, the whip or these filiform appendages? As A, some subdefinitions. A, the slender distal part of an antenna. So maybe like an ant antenna, an antenna. The slender distal part, is that the part that's the furthest away from the ant head? That would be the flagellum. B, a long tapering process that projects singly or in groups from a cell and is the primary organ of motion of many microorganisms. And right off the bat, I'm thinking of a sperm. I think the tail on the sperm is called the flagellum, but there are other ones that have little hair-like things around, or maybe a tail like the sperm, and it helps them to move, to swim, like that. So they look like a whip, I guess. But did we ever get like the connection between these and the whip? Let's see. I mean, we saw the etymology that was all about the whip, yeah. So does this one have any specific etymology? It does. Maybe I should have looked. It is Latin, like we learned before, and it means whip. I mean, yes, we know that. Also, it means shoot of a plant. So maybe as the plant is shooting up, or maybe the roots are going down, they're kind of whip-like, just skinny, long things. That's what it is. That's really all it is. So I guess did whips used to be called flagellum? Is that something? I don't know. Okay. Crazy paths we're going down. Now let's move on to whoosh. That one lasted a long time. Now we have flagellate or flageolet, Flageolet. This is a noun from 1659. It is a small fipple flute resembling the treble recorder. And we had fipple flute not all that long ago, which I think was like a recorder was a fipple flute. Let's see. Fipple flute, here we go. Group of wind instruments like the flageolet or the flageolet or recorder, having a straight tubular shape, a whistle mouthpiece, and finger holds. There we go. So that's what it is. It's just a little recorder flute kind of thing. This word is from Old French, flageolet, from flageole, which means flute. So it's really just it's a flute. Also from the vulgar Latin flabiolum, from the Latin flare, which means to blow, And there's more with the word blow. So when you're blowing through the mouthpiece, they were like, hey, this is an instrument where you blow air into it. And so we're going to name it after that action, even though there are a number of other instruments that you're blowing air into. And so, they didn't get very creative with that. Saxophone, trumpet, tuba, trombone, clarinet, oboe, bassoon, other flutes, etc. I guess the flute would be the best one. So let's look up, just real quick, flagio. Where's the G? Can't find the G. I forgot the G. Here's the G. E-O-L-E-T. Flageolet or flageolet. Flageolet seems more accurate. It's looks like an old recorder, basically. Woodwind instrument, family of the duct flutes. Recorders, tin whistles, yes. There we go. Duct flute. I've never heard of duct flute. Okay, now that was that one, and we're going to go whoopsh, because now we have the second form of the same word, flageolet or flageolet, noun from 1877. It is a green kidney bean. I was not expecting that. Used in French cuisine. Maybe I have heard of this, but based on the previous word, I would not have expected a green kidney bean to come up here. Hello, green kidney bean, flageolet. But why, when we had the flageolet, the fipple flute blowing through the thing, how did we go from that to a green kidney bean? Let's read the etymology. It's French. We know that. Diminutive of flageole, different word, which means kidney bean, modified from the Italian fagiolo, also from the Latin fasciolus, spelled with a PH. And there's more at the word, frijole. Ah, yes, that is the Spanish word for bean, I believe. Frijole. Weird Al has a very silly song, partly in Spanish. What's the line where he says frijoles? Frijoles, I want a bowl of guacamole. I can't remember, but he uses it cleverly somewhere. So frijole, flageolet, they're all related. They're beans. Similar to... it seems like basically what happened was we got these old words and they evolved. So it said that we got the old words down here and they evolved into the same word, but two different meanings altogether. Beans and flutes. Beans and flutes and beans and flutes. All right, let's move on from that. Let's go. Whoopsh. Flag football, 2 words. Noun from 1954. A variation of football in which a player must remove a flag attached to the ball carrier's clothing to stop the play. I remember playing this when I was a kid. They weren't letting us do contact football. No way. I would not have enjoyed that at all. Didn't probably really enjoy the flag football either. So yeah, I think it's like you got some like maybe a Velcro belt up here, not where the Velcro belt goes, and then you've got some flags. They're like, I remember them being like just long, skinny strips of probably plastic when we were doing. They had a Velcro piece, and then you'd have Velcro attach it to your belt, and then you could easily pull it off. And I don't know, do we have 3 of them, 6 of them, something? When all of your flags are gone, you are out. Just like in Mario Kart, when all of your balloons are gone, you're done. Flag football. It's a much safer way to play football, for sure. I think shouldn't there be maybe the professionals, maybe NFL, maybe the Super Bowl, which is coming up very soon in my timeline. I would like to see the Super Bowl or any professional football game played flag football style. Can we do that? It'd be a lot less injuries, a lot less head injuries especially. Now we got flagging with an ing. Adjective from 1545. Number 1, the synonyms are languid and weak. Flagging. I have not heard of this one before. No. Flagging? You're so flagging. I'm so flagging. Languid and weak. Flagging? Well, actually, I do remember now. There was in the previous episode, right? There was something about where was it? somewhere in there was talking about a person who's flagging, who's all weak and I can't find it, but I'm pretty sure it was there somewhere. Flag versus to lay with flag. No, that was different. It's in there somewhere amongst all the other words like flack, flaccid, flabby. All those were great. I think there was one in the flag section. It doesn't matter. Moving on. I think that was it for that. Oh, the number 2 for flagging is becoming progressively less. The synonym is dwindling. Flaggingly is an adverb. Your money is flagging because you keep spending it on things that you don't need. And you are not bringing in more money. You're just spending money. Stop flagging your money. Whoosh. Next we have flagitious. Flagitious? Flagitious. Flagitious. I think that's how you say it. A flagitious magician? It's an adjective from the 14th century marked by scandalous crime or vice. The synonym is villainous. So yes, you can definitely have a flagitious magician who is just doing crimes. Their secret identity. No, they're a magician by day, villain by night, or the other way around. Villain by day, magician by night. They got to pay the bills. Flagitiously is an adverb, and flagitiousness is a noun. Okay, do we have we sort of have some etymology. This is from the Latin flagitium, flagitium, and that means shameful thing. So way back in the day, in the 14th century, if you were doing these shameful things, like causing crimes or having a vice, then you were flagitious. And maybe you were a villain. You were villainous. Lex Luthor is flagitious. Please start using this word. Whoopsh. Flagman, that's next. Noun from 1832. A person who signals with a flag. The person on the airport runway, they would be a flagman. Maybe they're on an aircraft carrier, they would maybe be a flagman. Are there other people who are signaling with flags? Maybe you could call the umps or the refs, but probably not. Whoosh. Flag of Convenience, 1956. Registry of a merchant ship under a foreign flag in order to profit from less restrictive regulations. Okay, what is this? Your merchant ship is registered under a foreign flag in order to profit from less. Okay, so you're like, well, I live here and they have restrictive restrictions, restrictive regulations, but I'm going to register my boat over here with this other country because their regulations are not so restrictive. And so I have done a flag of convenience. It was very convenient for me to change my flag. Okay. Whoosh. Flag officer. Noun from 1665. Any of the officers in the Navy or Coast Guard above captain. Compared to general officer, and I don't know, is that above? Wait, these are above captain. The flag officer is above captain. Maybe they get to wear flags on their clothes somewhere around here. And so that's why they're a flag officer. General officer is probably below captain. Where does the captain fit into all of this? Are they general officer? Are they flag officer? Are they their own thing? Do they get to wear a flag is what I need to know. But specifically, the Navy, right? The Navy or the Coast Guard. Them's dealings with waters. The etymology says this is from such officers being entitled to display a flag with one or more stars indicating rank. Is this the flag of your country? Or is this a different type of flag? And then you get a certain amount of stars based on your rank. Flag officer. Whoosh. Flag of truce. 1582. Mouth and brain don't talk. This is a white flag carried or displayed to an enemy as an invitation to conference or parley. Basically, hey, can we talk? Let's have a little chat. I don't think we should be doing this anymore. I think you won. Let's talk. Let's figure this out. Let's negotiate. I would like to call a truce by waving the white flag of truce. We've seen this so many times in movies, TV shows, cartoons, etc. My favorite is when they wave the white tighty whities. I'm waving the flag of truce. Oh, we can make some funny jokes about that. We're going to move on to whoopsh, flagon. Now, didn't we have something flag? Oh, yes, we had flacon, flacon, means bottle. That was like the little perfume bottle. Now we have flagon with a G, noun from the 15th century. Number 1A, a large, usually metal or pottery vessel, as for wine, with handle and spout, and often a lid. That's called a flagon. So yeah, I've seen those big old mugs, I guess you could say, with the handle, and I didn't know they had a spout, but then they got a handle, so nothing gets inside. This is what the handle does. There's probably a thumb thing on the handle, or near the handle, to open it up when you want to drink it. Or you can just pour it from the spout into your mouth. I don't know. It's a flagon. Are you supposed to drink from it or pour from it? Probably the pouring. 1B. A large, bulging, short-necked bottle. It's a flagon. 2. The contents of a flagon. What you're putting in the flagon is the flagon. And of course, I will re-mention the movie The Court Jester, where there's that whole crazy rhyming thing. The flagon with the dragon has the brew that is true. And then there's some other stuff, and then it gets all switched around, and it's a great scene. The etymology says it's from the Middle French flacon, which means bottle, from Lower Latin flasco. And there's more at the word flask. So this is where we get the word flask from, which I guess that's coming up in a little bit. All right. That one got intense. Now we have flagpole, noun from 1854. A pole on which to raise a flag. And when it's windy, not only is the flag flipping and flapping around, but the rope, whatever, is smacking the flagpole, and it can be very irritating. When somebody important dies, all of the flags go to half-mast. I hope the flags around the world will go to half-mast when I die. Flagpole. I don't know nothing else about saying. I don't know what to say about flagpole. Isn't there a song, Flagpole Sitter? I think maybe Weird Al put that in one of his polkas. Yep, that's it. Whoopsh. Flagrants. You can also say flagrants, I guess. Noun from circa 1615. The synonym is flagrancy, which is our next word. Flagrancy or flagrancy. Noun from 1599. It is the quality or state of being flagrant, which is not our next word. It will be at the beginning of the next episode. So sorry about that. Whoopsh. Our last word is flag rank. Maybe this is related to the flag officer. Noun from 1894. The rank of a flag officer. So if you are a flag officer and you have the flag and your stars, when you're like, hey, what's your rank? Oh, my flag rank is 3. Let's pick a word of the episode today. We had flagellar, flagellate, 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 flagellation, flagellin, flagellum, flageolet, flageolet, flag football, flagging, flagitious, flagman, flag of convenience, flag officer, flag of truce, flagon, flagpole, flagrants, flagrancy, and flag rank. Blah, lots of stuff. I'm going to pick flagitious as the word of the episode because I love this word now. Flagitious. I'm feeling so flagitious. Doing crimes and doing bad stuff. I'm a flagitious magician. All right, that was wonderful. Thank you. You're welcome. Now let's tell you about another movie, which was, the new Wallace and Gromit movie. The subtitle is Vengeance Most Foul. They're just Wallace and Gromit are fun and classic and great, and they will always be fun. There have been, there were the 3 shorts, A Close Shave. Oh, I think the first one was like A Day Out or Grand Day Out, A Close Shave, and the one, this is a sequel to the third one, which was The Wrong Trousers. And so first you should watch that, which is I think like a half hour. We watched it because Sharon wasn't sure if she had seen it, and that one has that classic train scene. I mean, they like upped the stop motion game when they did that one. So good. Cracking toast, Gromit. Oh, wait a minute. I have now, because I'm a nerd, I think these are both from, are they both from Vengeance Most Foul? Well, this one, I have a Wallace and Gromit Funkos. Yes, on the back of it, it shows that there are also, you can also buy Feathers McGraw, which is the penguin chicken, and also Norbut, the silly robot that he makes. Anyway, it's a fun movie. You should watch it. And I don't know, do I have to buy the other 2 Funkos now to have the whole set? I don't know. I'm trying to not be so nerdy about Funkos, but I keep on buying some. I have a little bit of a wall here. I don't know, 20 to 25 of them or so. Stop it. Stop it. That's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for checking out this stuff. Please come back and bring some friends. This has been Spencer dispensing information. Goodbye. Norbit.